Eyeballs ahead jokes.
Welcome back to episode 186 of Eye Pokes and Head Chokes, right? 186? 186? Yeah, I'm good. Right?
I don't even know anymore.
I never know. We never know. Anyways, we're back.
That's only because we recorded the last podcast with
Jay Bush.
With him as well as Miles Morales.
Miles Morales as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man in the bitch.
Spider-Man.
That's going to be coming to you soon. That interview. But yeah, it's kind of throwing me off. But like, yeah, episode 186. It's your boy, Mr. Alex, and Mr. Cooler on the other end. Real quick, housekeeping: subscribe, like, share with your friends. Hit the notification button. Also, we are still running the Google Home Mini giveaway. Check the link in the description below.
You can't get it if you're not subscribed to the YouTube page. I don't care what they say. You can't get it unless you're subscribed to YouTube.
Don't listen to him. But we would prefer if you did, when you clicked on our shit, like if you would subscribe to the YouTube page, because it helps with every little bit, because then, you might get the Google Home Mini. I might take that into account a little bit more.
Wait till I control the giveaway. Fuck
so, but yeah, so that's pretty much it. We got a couple of things to talk about. We got New Japan to talk about, AEW, and the two WWE pay-per-views with NXT Takeover 30 and SummerSlam pretty much this weekend. And that's pretty much what we got on the docket, right? Yeah. And we were going to preview Payback, but there's literally nothing on the card yet besides one match. And
well, if you want, we can talk about what might be on that card based on what just happened.
No. But, so we could just start with New Japan. New Japan, they had just had the New Japan Cup in the USA, and the first iteration of it. And honestly speaking, I mean, I could go over the match card really quick. You had Adrian Quest and Rocky Romero versus the DKC and Danny Limelight. Rocky Romero won with his partner Adrian Quest, and then after that we had Chase.
Adrian Quest I've never seen him before. This is my first time seeing him. He was really good. He was really good. I had to tweet that out, and I'm like, okay, came with a typo, but it's Twitter. What do you expect? But
exactly,
he was really better than I expected. Although Rocky doesn't really pick any. He doesn't pick
bums.
Exactly, he doesn't pick bums. Like he doesn't tag with chumps, and that was the case. They got the win, and this is somebody who we've been watching since we've been watching
New Japan. So we know
exactly.
He's gonna pick the
Show and Yo. So
yeah, exactly. So he's not picking anybody just out of the random hat and whatever. So after that we had Jay White and Chase Owens losing to Brodie King and Flip Gordon. Good to see Flip back in New Japan stuff. I mean, didn't watch it, but I was busy. But either way, I'll be real with you. I was gonna watch it.
You didn't watch anything.
I'm gonna tell you why. No, I watched SummerSlam. We were texting about it yesterday. So see, talking shit. So I was gonna watch this, and I was like, "Oh, what do I have to do?" I was like, "Let me just watch the thing." And then my brother texted me. He's like, "Yo, Warzone," and I was like, "All right, let's play some Warzone." And then what happened was
I was about to say
Call of Duty. No, Call of Duty. And then he's just like, so I made the mistake of saying, "Oh yeah, I haven't gotten a win in Warzone yet," because I don't play Battle Royale games like that. So I just mainly stick to the regular multiplayer, team deathmatch and all this and that. And then all of a sudden, he's like, "No, we're going to get you your win today." Bro, on the last game that ended at 1 a.m., that's when we got the win. The whole day we were shit.
Legit your final win?
The whole day.
Your final win, your first win?
The final game of the day, I was just like, yo, I'm done after this game, whatever. And then happened there. And the worst part is it was awesome. And that's when I quit. Once we won, that's when I quit. The worst part was my brother didn't fucking clip it or record it for my first win. My brother failed. I've been giving him shit since Friday, so yeah. But it was a good moment because it's like, yo, I even tweeted it. It's kind of cool, winning your first Warzone game with your brother, blah, blah, blah.
You tweeted?
I did, and your bitch ass didn't respond, so that's why I know you don't care. Nah, I mean, I did, but whatever. But yeah, quick little anecdote. So,
I I can't say I haven't been on Twitter that much.
Not like that. No, I mean, but you haven't. It's kind of, you took a chill pill this time around.
This weekend I just said, fuck it.
Yeah, you just
everything was happening this weekend.
Yeah. And then in the third match, we had the New Japan Cup final, David Finlay versus Kenta. Kenta won the New Japan Cup USA with the go to sleep. He's now the number one contender for the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship, which is held by Jon Moxley from AEW. So hopefully we get to see that soon. And yeah, we know he's going to drop it eventually, especially whenever. No, he's going to drop it. Yeah, the match coming up with Kenta, it just kind of makes sense at this point. So it is what it is. And I mean, good on Kenta. Like he already had, in this year, IWGP heavyweight, the double championship, the double dash championship challenge against Naito and lost. And again, after that, like
talking about Kenta.
Kenta, he lost to Naito earlier in the year for challenging for his 2 belts. And then on top of that, now we have him going for another belt this year. So that's a pretty good comeback so far from being in NXT and just languishing there now to being like the big shit in
which he said was the ultimate humiliation.
Yeah.
And he consider his time in America, aka WWE, as humiliation and a ton of frustration, which is understandable because it's two injuries there, and it's a lack of a push. Was he champion? I don't even remember if he was.
No, Hideo Itami, him as Hideo Itami, no, not at all. So yeah, that's what we have for New Japan. Congratulations to Kenta. And let's just move on to AEW, I guess. AEW.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about? Are we going to talk about the tickets? Are we going to talk about...
You watched it. You tell me. What about tickets? Talk to me about tickets. What do you mean tickets?
So tickets are
people are going to be at the place?
Yes. So
how many people's? 15% capacity?
10 to 15% capacity and $30 a pop, which is still not bad. And they're going to have pods of people, pods of groups of 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Where
not in the main crowd, not where the
Daly's place?
Yes, still in Daly's place. But not where the talent sits. Not that
close
part
to
of
the talent,
crowd.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
$30,
and I'm sure, like if I was there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I would go.
And also I'm guessing that's also not around the area that they have the camera equipment as well, because that would be just as bad if they did have them, I guess, fucking 100% capacity.
100%, yeah.
So, and I think the tickets went on sale for this past Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure when.
This weekend, most likely, they went on sale.
I think it went on sale for this weekend, but they did go on sale on Friday, actually. So
did it sell out?
Yeah. Good. Maybe they did sell out, maybe they didn't. But Tony Khan also talked about how people are reselling these tickets, and he's like, nah, that's not the way it goes. Higher. Yeah. And he was like, that's not the way it goes, because then you're going to try to break up the groups of 2, 3, 4, and 6. Yeah. So maybe not. Maybe it's doable. Maybe it's not. But at the same time, you don't want to have a group of 6 people
that don't know each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It completely defeats the purpose of that shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Unless you're selling that shit in a group, as like you have to buy the whole thing.
Yeah.
Understandable.
That's actually the only way that it makes sense, because it's all about health at this point. And if you're trying to break it up, if you have a pot for 3 people and you have 3 tickets and you sell them to 3 separate people, fuck you.
Yeah.
Honestly, like that's just the way it goes.
That's mad disrespectful.
Yeah, but let's get into the card. We had Private Party versus FTR opening the main match, and of course FTR won. We had Darby Allin going against I forgot what this guy's name is. His last name is Hobbs. Of course, Darby Allin won because the other guy, Hobbs, is pretty familiar on
enhancement talent.
Yes, and he's on Dark, and he's been enhancement talent on Dark as well. So, what do you expect? After that, we had the Natural Nightmares and Jurassic Express going up against Lucha Bros and Butcher and the Blade. Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Bros lost in a pretty good match. It's kind of confusing what happened after the match, because then we had Eddie Kingston come out pretty much trying to play the bad guy, the good guy for the bad guy, basically saying, I know you guys are amazing.
Devil's advocate, pretty much.
Yes, exactly. Saying, hey, Lucha Bros and Butcher and the Blade, I've toured with you guys. I've been on the indie scene with you guys. I know you. You know me. You're amazing. You have to stick together. Don't let a loss fuck with your head, pretty much. Yeah. And it was pretty cool, but at the same time, it was just like, it's so out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just makes...
And not that
it's like you're not supposed to give a shit. You're just, just go beat people up.
Exactly. Not that it doesn't make any sense, or not that you're not supposed to give a shit. It's just Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. It's a very odd pairing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, okay, whatever happens, happens. Whatever happens, honestly. Like, no one was expecting that, and I want to see where it's going to go from here, but I don't think I'm going to care for maybe about a couple of weeks.
Yeah, until you see something.
Honestly, like, I like all of them, but as a group, as maybe a faction that might be happening, I don't see it.
No, it doesn't make sense.
I don't see it happening.
No.
I don't see anything flourishing that I would actually like. I forgot to say, Tully Blanchard was at ringside for FTR in a dope ass FTR jacket with Tully on the side. pretty fucking dope. I'm watching it right now as we speak too.
What happened next?
After that, we had the Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks going up against the Dark Order. Yeah, not bad, but it's just regularly what we do. Like, it's what we see. It's the Young Bucks. It's Kenny Omega. Like, what do you expect? You know who's gonna win. You know how it's gonna happen. You might not know how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna be a lot of good action.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's about the storytelling. Like, I get it, and it kind of makes sense. It does make sense by the time you get to the end of the show. Of course, the Elite won. We're this close to seeing heel the cleaner Kenny Omega.
So he's coming out little by little even more.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good.
This close.
Better.
There's gonna be a pop after all.
So you're telling me I could wear my cleaner shirt again? So I should order another one, because that one's kind of out of business right now. I should maybe order another one.
Wait and see, because I'm sure there's gonna be a new version. I don't want it to be the cleaner, but I want it to be.
It should be the cleaner.
Well, the cleaner is the Terminator. The cleaner is the gray hair. The cleaner is something completely different.
You should go back to that.
If you're not moving forward, you're going backwards. Who wants to go back?
That's not necessarily true. Look at WWE. They do it all the time.
Let's not talk about them yet. But yeah, we're close to seeing that. And
that's when he was at his best. Like, come on. That's what I'm referring. I know.
I'm talking about gimmicks, and Jericho was basically saying how he hates people calling him Y2J, because that's 15, 20 years ago. Like, is that's how I'm.
No,
that's how I'm
it's about 20 years ago, literally, because it was around Y2K. That's where he got it from. So
exactly,
he did that in '99, going into 2000. So God. Remember when he was like, he had the and then he would just flip around. Yeah.
After that, we finally got to see the Women's Tag Team Cup Finals, the Deadly Draw, the Nightmare Sisters versus Diamante and Ivelisse. And what do you know?
Diamante and Ivelisse lost?
Yeah, no, of course not.
Oh, they won?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, because the other team imploded.
No, they didn't.
Oh, they didn't? They
didn't. I kind of like what's happening. I wish they would implode, but I want that build up too.
You want that frenemy thing, kind of like they had with Cesaro and Sheamus?
Yeah. I kind of want that too. And also, I want to see Allie back with the...
What's wrong with me? Continue.
You're from New York. Yeah. I also want to see the bunny back with the Butcher and the Blade.
Butcher and the Blade, yeah, that'll make sense.
Honestly, I do. I still want to see that.
Yeah.
But also, Allie and Brandy has You're right over there. Your nose.
My nose burnt, so it's fine. Continue.
But Brandy and Allie has some old history outside of AEW, and also into being the Elite. And I believe when Brandy got her shoulder injured, it was in a match with Allie. So there's some stuff there that they can touch on when they want to, and it might start imploding from this point on. But they had a good showing in a tournament, not just the finals. So it's a lot there. I like that they're actually building other women too.
That's cool. So, question.
Yeah.
What does the cup mean?
The cup means nothing. Hopefully, as far as right now goes, the cup means nothing. We should not see another title anytime soon.
No. I was just wondering if they just did that just to do it, which it looks like they did, just to fill in for programming.
Yeah, well, but it's not even filling in for programming because it's all on YouTube except for this one match. So it's not a fill-in.
All right, you're right.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right about that.
One thing I do hope, I've said this before, I hope that they actually do tournament number 2 in 6 months, just to have a build of female tag teams.
Yeah,
and have that matter, even if the female singles doesn't matter, maybe the tag teams matter.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get that. Speaking of women's singles, we got NWA champion Thunderosa.
Wait, hold that for next week because that's preview.
No, it's not a match. She came in on Saturday's episode of AEW, challenging her. That's it.
That's why you have that all out. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. It's a challenge.
I like Thunderosa. She's good.
I really like her too, from Ring of Honor and NW. And I like Holiday too. I'm missing Holiday. Maybe in the next tag team tournaments, I don't know. But it seems like there's a working relationship with NWA and AEW because she had her title.
Yeah.
She had her title.
No, it literally says Hikaru Shida versus NWA Women's World Champion Thunderosa. So
yeah, she came with the title. She said who she was. She said this title. Like, I like the build of it, and hopefully with that happening,
I want to see this dude come through.
Nick Aldis, yes.
Yes,
I definitely.
Because they worked together already, and they so yeah.
And I want to see that belt. I want to see that title on TV again.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen that title on
TV. Yeah,
we haven't seen that title on TV since maybe about 2002 to 2004 TNA Impact. So I want to see it, and I want to see maybe him going up against Cody, but I don't see that happening.
It has to be for a belt.
Yeah.
You don't come on to just fight Cody for no reason.
Well, this would be the third match.
A rubber match? I guess.
It would have to be the third match because the first match was on All In. The second match was at NWA 70. So
as long as you make it mean something, yeah, exactly, then I'm fine with it. But yeah. So what happened next?
Last match of the night, the headliner TNT Championship match, Cody versus Mr. Brodie, and Cody did not retain.
You lose. Good day, sir. Have to bring back the old Gene Wilder and shit, you know?
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I don't want to say
it was a match.
It was a good match. It wasn't great, but it made Brodie look big as shit, strong as shit. But they've been talking about how broken up Cody has been for the last couple of weeks. The toll that his body has been taken, basically, because he's been doing week after week after week after week, if not a match, a defense. So I like it. Remember the one week he did not have a match. One of the 2 weeks that he did not have a match was the tag team match with Matt Cardona. So it's not a bad story. Maybe he'll get it back.
So he was just worn out. That's what they're going with.
Come on, maybe. But my God, it's not even just that. It was also the fact that Brodie Lee beat the shit out of him.
No, I want to see it because I did hear and read. I did read that like he got his ass whooped.
Yeah, it's the main event.
I heard it was like on Brock Lesnar levels of ass whooping type shit a bit. So
yeah, because after the match, he whooped his ass even more. The Dark Order came out. The Dark Order came out with the Nightmare, the Natural Nightmares, QT and Dustin, dragged them from backstage. They look like they've been whooped on as well. Mm-hmm. They threw them on top. They threw them on top of each other at the stage. They whooped out Arn Anderson as well. So
that sounds like hood justice, bro.
It does. Insane. So nobody came out except for Brandy. None of the Elite. Kenny and yes. So that's also a part of the storyline. That's another
storyline. Got it.
Exactly. So I'm just
like, where were y'all at, motherfuckers? Like I'm getting my ass whooped. My older brother's getting his ass whooped. He can't move.
Maybe 2 weeks down the line we get that part of the story of
all out. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're even getting more on the Four Horsemen who we've been hearing about. Maybe Cody is in this group, maybe he's not, but it's mainly looking like on Tully, FTR, and like I said, Tully and FTR was in the first match of the show. So
Tully, FTR, and probably Adam
Hangman, maybe Sean Spears, because Sean Spears is Tully's dude too. Just don't know what's really going to happen. It's a whole bunch of scenarios and a whole lot of options. So I'm looking forward to it. I like it.
Okay.
It's a lot of build-up all over the place. I'm excited for it. I haven't been this excited for anything outside of WWE. Actually, wrestling in a while. So I like it. Like, it's a lot that's actually hot. There's
a lot of storylines that are like trying to like about to coalesce possibly.
Exactly.
I know you as a writer, you're getting a hard on. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, just.
He said.
No slow mo, just straight up. After that was.
I thought that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, that was it. I guess we could just move on to like WWE and NXT and shit, you know, because you know that happened this weekend apparently.
Apparently on the same night, although AEW was on
Saturday.
It started at 6:30.
Whatever. I don't care about it. We're done with AEW.
So, also, one thing before we really get into NXT, I do want to say
get all your AEW shit out now. Because you keep doing this.
I have nothing else, AEW, nothing else at all. Now you made me forget what I was going to say about NXT. Oh, so NXT, without having competition on Wednesday, this past Wednesday, they only got 850,000 views, which is not bad. It's just not the height of what that's their height. It's just not the height of the collection of AEW and NXT, and it's just not the height of what AEW was getting as well. AEW they got 900 at one point in the last month, honestly. So it's really that limbo between those people that watch and don't watch. It's 200,000 pretty much. Okay. Cool. So yeah, let's get into. And also fire Velveteen Dream was more prominent.
We're getting into NXT shit, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Can we talk about NXT first? But continue. Why was it prominent?
It's prominent because it's Velveteen Dream, and it was on Wednesday, on his birthday.
Okay, but why?
Because his accusations that's out there. It's like we know his accusations, and it was popping on his birthday. Like
I was making sure people understand why.
Okay. Like, I don't know. The dude was 19. The kid was 16.
It's not my job to speculate at this point. If they want to pursue charges, then fine. Exactly. That's what it is.
I want more information, and I don't really need it. I want the world to have it more than I need it.
Yeah.
I want it in
and if we do get that information, then, we'll have our opinion. But until then,
Yeah,
we heard things. We can't really speculate on it because if we speculate too much and it's slander or this and that, I don't want to get into that realm. I'm good. So but I get it. I get it.
It's not bad if it's a 3-year gap, but it's bad. Depends on how.
No, it's a minor period. Doesn't matter. It's
gap.
A minor period. If you're under 17, that's it. Unless you're in Alabama, which is probably like 12.
It was. I don't know where it was at. I don't.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. Overall, it's a minor.
Well, doesn't matter. Kylie and Tiger, but
bam, it's a minor.
That was bad. No,
doesn't matter.
I completely get it, but certain things is different with that age gap. Although
no, it's not, because
I'm not saying it's legally, right or wrong. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But at the same time, you have to think about there's also that 3-year age gap when you're in high school. Although that is creepy as fuck too. That is definitely creepy as fuck. I've always thought about the idea of the chick in high school that's a sophomore going out with a college dude. That was always creepy as fuck to me. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying some people may give it leeway, some people may not.
Legally, it's not right. Legally, it's not right. Legally. And it depends on the back and forth of the situation and who these people are and the mental state. I'm just talking from a legal standpoint. That's it. Yeah. That's all I'm talking about.
Okay.
Everything else is complete gray area. I completely get where you're coming from. 100% understand. I'm not legally.
I'm not here for dude.
No,
I like just saying. He does in the ring.
No, I know.
Outside, I don't care.
I'm just sticking to legal definitions. That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Everything else, gray area. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, we could speculate all we want, so you get cold hard facts.
Yeah, I don't know anything, but between him and Matt Riddle, I just want more facts.
Yeah, pretty much. So moving on to NXT Takeover 30 results. So we have Breezango defeating Legado del Fantasma, Oni Lorcan, and Danny Burch to become number 1 contender for the NXT Championship. With who?
Breezango.
I'm an idiot. I immediatly just
Breezango and Tyler Breeze.
No, yeah. I got it. My brain farted really hard there.
So who did you? Wait.
I just thought, like, I read Breezango and just thought Fandango. So I was like, who did he tag with? So that's where my brain farted.
I knew that was happening. That's why I asked, because I'm like, okay, Breezango.
Don't worry, I'm not on anything right now. I haven't drank anything or whatever.
Not yet.
So not yet. Exactly. So we have Finn. We also had, after that, we have Finn Balor defeating Timothy Thatcher. Timothy Thatcher. Say that 5 times fast. After that, we have Damian Priest defeating Reed, Grimes, Gargano, and James to capture the NXT North American Championship. That was a ladder match, right?
Yes, it was. I did not watch.
I want to go watch that because I'm pretty sure that was good. Then we had Adam Cole defeating Pat McAfee. Okay. And then we had Io Shirai defeating Dakota Kai to retain the NXT Women's Championship. I'm always going to do that, so, you know. And Karrion Kross defeated Keith Lee to become the new NXT champion and take it away from the really, really hardworking African-American guy that was double champ and NXT champ for like a couple of days.
Yeah. He was.
But good on Karrion Kross. It's not his fault. He didn't make the bookings. But we also know why, because Keith Lee's going to Raw, so I get it. But at the same time, his run was just like a baby bullshit run. They was just like, oh, here.
They should have gave him the run that they gave Kevin. Well, maybe not the complete run, but they should have gave him
give him a year. Give him a year with it, or 6 months at least.
I don't know, but if they were definitely trying to pull him up to Raw and make him look like something, because he's going to be on Raw later tonight.
Come up with it in NXT, like with your NXT title, like with Kevin Owens, just like you said.
Exactly. Have him do double duty, make him look like something.
Be like, hey, yo, bitch.
Yeah, like
your shit too.
Yeah, and you don't have to do it the complete same way. You don't have to go and challenge. Like, you don't have to challenge one of the other champions like he did with Cena. You don't have to do it like that. Like, you can have it as a recruitment, as Tev was saying. He should be part of the Hurt Business with the other black guys. MVP.
Oh.
Yeah, it's MVP, Lashley, and
no, and he could be like their main guy in NXT or something. I know.
Exactly.
There's a lot of stuff they could have done, but again, Vince, like,
they should have done that. They could have done that. There's a lot that they could do, but he's dead in the water to me at this point.
Right now, going up to Raw, he's dead in the water. Unfortunately.
You were double champ. You were double champ. You were double champ
2 months ago. 2 months ago, you were double champ, and now you're no champ.
Yeah, you were double champ. You dropped the mid card title. You keep this title. Your I guess your second defense. You actually lose it. I was never completely sold. I was never completely sold on Keith Lee, but I know what he did on the Indies. But
the dude's been a beast every time he stepped in the ring in NXT.
Yeah,
every single time, even at Royal Rumble, he was fucking. He had less. At one point,
he had less.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was thinking about somebody else.
You definitely was. But on the Indies, he was the shit. In NXT, he was pretty decent. So back to what I was saying, you look like something completely different than actually who you are when you get to WWE because of those people and how Vince. Everyone says.
Don't say because of those people. Say because of Vince. It's just, it's real.
I don't want to just blame Vince anymore, honestly.
It is.
I don't want to just blame Vince anymore.
No, I mean, honestly speaking, with the NXT, it should have been booked better. Like I said, he was just a placeholder for both titles. They ran out of something to do.
Did the same thing Kevin Owens and the same thing that Charlotte did.
I know.
Defend it on all brands, on another brand and all brands, because you're fighting to make this brand look better than the other one that they're losing to.
And my other thing is this motherfucker just got there, Karrion Kross, and he already fucking won the shit. It's like you kind of keep.
Over.
Still, I don't give a fuck.
I know.
Asuka was over on an undefeated run for how many fucking days? And she lost at WrestleMania to Charlotte. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it. She was undefeated. She won the other night. Against
everybody.
She won the other night.
Sasha.
We'll talk about it because Sasha can't hold shit for her life. Anyways,
I give Sasha the numbers. I always talk about the numbers of reigns.
Numbers don't matter if you can't hold it.
No, I give her the number of reigns. She's special for the number of reigns, but she ain't shit for the combined days. Combined days.
That's why you're not that special, even if you held it for a certain amount. If you win it 2 weeks ago and then you lose at the pay-per-view, I don't want to hear it. You ain't held shit. You ain't even defended within that time.
Honestly,
at least once.
Honestly, they should not lose the tag titles at Payback because that's the only match. Maybe they should have booked that differently. Maybe they should have had the singles. They should have had the tag titles on Sunday and singles matches on next Sunday. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
Going back, I just think it's Karrion Kross might be hot, but I just think he literally just got here. What, less than 5-6 months ago? Less than 5 months ago.
It depends on what he signed.
And on top of that, now you got hurt. Great, good job.
Yes, his shoulder's all fucked up now.
Yeah, good job. So you just stripped him to take him to Raw, and now your champion's hurt.
It's about to be vacated.
Yeah, so you literally did it for no reason.
You should have
no fucking reason.
Carry it.
Yep.
They should have just fucking edited anyway. That's all they had to do, and they still decided not to do it. But whatever. Finn is dead to me as well. Finn is
he needs to leave. He needs to leave WWE as a whole. Period. He's done in WWE. Go back to New Japan, please. Go back to New Japan and remind everybody why you're the shit compared to everybody else. Just go back, remind everybody why you were the shit at one point, and remind NXT, or at least remind WWE why you were bought initially over there. But so moving on to SummerSlam. I'm just gonna run through the card. We had Apollo defeating MVP to retain the U.S. title in the kickoff show. Bayley defeating Asuka to retain the SmackDown Women's title. Street Profits defeating Andrade and Angel Garza to retain the WWE Raw Tag titles. Mandy Rose defeating Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville has to leave WWE. I remember it was supposed to be a hair match. I don't know what the fuck happened. But either way, just finish. Just let me just finish. Seth Rollins versus Dominic. Dominic lost to Seth Rollins, as he should have. Asuka defeated Sasha Banks to become the new Raw Women's Champion, which Drew McIntyre defeated Randy Orton to retain the WWE Championship, and The Fiend defeated Braun Strowman to capture with a motherfucking roll up. No, it wasn't a roll up. It was a backslide pin. There's a difference.
Still a roll up to me,
no,
but
it's not a roll up. That's a backslide pin.
I know. It's just a random.
The Fiend defeated Braun Strowman to capture the Universal Championship. So I stopped right after the Drew McIntyre match because Jeff told me what happened, and I was just like, why keep watching? But
and we were
real quick,
and you were like, I'm on one whole match behind.
For me, I wasn't looking at the tweets. I just completely
no, not the tweets, the text.
Oh yeah, because my phone kept fucking buzzing all the time. So the best match of the night to me, legit, was the first one, Bayley versus Asuka. That was my favorite match of the night. And followed by Seth Rollins versus Dominic, because not for nothing, Dominic, he put on a good showing.
He's a Mysterio.
Yeah, there's one thing I would criticize heavily. Your ring gear. It looked good. It did.
Just looked like your dad's.
No, it's not. That's not even the problem.
The mask? The hood?
Yes. Make that shit removable, you dumb fuck. Because it kept like going over his head. And I'm like, why wouldn't you make that removable? Every time he got up, it was just like, and he just had to keep taking it off. One quick thing, I mean, obviously he's probably going to do that now. Like, hey, you know, like we should probably make this removable, like with just like little buttons and whatever to make it easier. Or, you know what?
Buttons would be dope, or Velcro, whatever works.
Or Velcro, whatever, just to pull it off and just go straight into the match. Because like his outfit I was perfectly fine with the outfit. But for the most part, no, he did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
He did a really good job. And I was just like, and on top of that, like for Seth Rollins to sell a bunch that he did and as much as he did and all that stuff, like you could tell like Seth Rollins is going to have a match with anybody that he doesn't believe in himself, most likely to the point. So the fact that that's his debut match against Seth Rollins, one of the top guys in the fucking WWE period, means that he's already high on WWE's book and also has the respect of the locker room to be able to carry such a match, which, again,
a newcomer's first main
match at SummerSlam versus one of the top guys.
Yes, his first match won, his first pay-per-view, also his first
street fight.
Yes, his first, like
his first game match. So like personally, he handled himself really well. And I like the outcome because no, he shouldn't have won the first match against Seth Rollins, obviously. But for the most part, like there were times where he was just like, oh, okay, you know, he's getting in that moment and like he was selling perfectly. The only thing is that I didn't get convinced by. I mean, that's something that, you know, how old is he? 20-something? Probably like 20-something.
Yeah.
Yeah, his voice is probably not going to change anytime soon. So, like, I mean, that was the only thing. But for the most part, he did a great job. I liked what I saw. I liked how Seth helped him along too. There were like maybe one or two like rickety moments, but that's probably because of nerves in the beginning. But afterwards, he caught stride. He went for it, and he did really well. And I was like pleasantly surprised.
I do wonder how he's training in the PC. Is he training with other people, or is he just training with his dad?
He should be training with other people.
You should be because
he's a bigger person overall. So like, you should have Albert in there. You should be being trained by your dad at the same time and all that stuff. So like,
should be like Ray should be outside training, like outside coaching, like do this, do that. Yeah. Remember you did that? Like it should be that way because it's about you. It's wrestling. It's about you being able to do aerobics pretty much with somebody else and just synchronize aerobics and being able to trust another human being, at least 150 to 300 pound person.
It's like figure skating. Like you're gonna throw her in the air. She has to trust you to catch her and not both of you fall on the floor in the face. Like so, yeah. But it was a good match. What did you think about the gear? Seth's gear. It was okay. I mean,
okay, so I'm going to tell you that it was actually it was supposed to be, and it's completely influenced by Rey Mysterio's Halloween Havoc 97 or 98 gear.
I guess I missed it. I'm not gonna lie, I missed it. So
pretty fucking dope. I really like that.
I'll have to go back and look at it. But yeah, okay.
I wish I had it. I would text it to you like right now, but that's fine.
Honestly, the Drew McIntyre match with Randy Orton was actually much better than I thought it would be. It was much faster paced, And because usually Randy Orton is a slower pace, blah blah, this and that. But it was pretty go from the beginning, so I enjoyed it.
Did it feel like a short match because it was so fast paced? But like, was it one of those?
It was like 15. I think it might have been like 15, 20 minutes. I don't exactly know the runtime of the match. So yeah, okay then. But like for the most part, like it didn't have that slow, methodical pace. Maybe like at one point, Randy slowed it down, maybe a scotch, like you say a scotch. But for the most part, it was a well-paced...
I say a smidge. You say a scotch.
You said a scotch that one time, motherfucker. So I got that from you. But I just think overall it was well-paced for a Randy Orton match. And I think the promos were great. I liked the promo leading up to it. It was pretty good. I
mean, that match had to pay off because one is Randy Orton, two is Drew.
Yeah.
Two, it was the legend killer Randy Orton. Like he ran through Big Show, he ran through Ric Flair, he ran through HBK. It had to be a really good match because this was a different type of building. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but that really had to be a great match because of that. Because like you're pulling, like Randy has been, in the last 2 years that he hasn't been champion, they've been pulling old storylines for him. Like with Kofi, it was the whole stupid thing with him and Kofi, with him missing the spot. It was with this, it was also the legend killer gimmick. So
yeah,
it like he's putting people over, and that's the one thing I do like about Seth as well. Like there's nothing more for either one of them to do. Like they both should be Grand Slam champs. I know Seth is. So there's really nothing for any. It's nothing other than putting people over for them to do.
Yeah, and I mean, they did both done a great job. I didn't watch the Fiend and the Undertaker, Fiend and Braun Strowman match, and apparently Roman Reigns came back out and he was like, "Oh, here's my yard, woof," and then beat everybody.
The voice that I just heard was just like, it was like another voice on top of that voice that you just did.
I don't know.
I'm happy to see Roman comfortably back into the ring because his pre-existing illness plus.
Oh no, great for him. Yeah, obviously.
I'm happy that he feels that
should have came back at Royal Rumble though. I could have done another 6 months without him.
Honestly, yes. I wouldn't be mad if he does this and just pops up at every couple of pay-per-views.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be back.
Let him pop up at Survivor Series after this. I wouldn't be.
He's back.
Do a promo and pop up. Yeah, he is.
He's back tonight. He's probably there right now. This is my yard. So yeah. I think that's all we got. Anything else? Last couple minutes. Camera dying possibly. So
I have nothing.
Oh shit! So that's the episode, guys.
There was so much.
I know. It's fine. I'm not complaining. I'm actually happy about it. That's the episode, guys.
One thing, I was just trying to look for the amount of views that AEW did on Saturday, but I don't think they came up yet, so whatever.
Yeah, it's still only 2 days after the fact. So, but yeah, that's the end of the show. Thank you so much for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at Pokes and Chokes.
Boring.
You can follow us on Twitter at Pokes and Chokes. Myself at _Mr. Alex25 the guy on the other side at
NU_KEWLA.
Facebook.com/Pokes and Chokes. Instagram at Pokes and Chokes Podcast. You can listen to us on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whichever. Google Podcast, Stitcher, Transistor, and Spotify. No, Spotify, but yeah. And Redbubble and Threadless, and yeah. Remember clicking the no. We're done. You text me about it afterwards. No. Dude, camera. It's about to die, legit. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk later. See ya. I don't know what's wrong with it.